a session in London on property, and at that stage I started getting interested in property. I was working in the UK. I was there for about 12 years, but I was looking to start investing some of my money in South African property, and just as they say, the universe brought you to London, and I saw you there, and I was really interested, and I started following you, and I started there obviously with the property at first, joining the property courses, Property Pro, and literally went through everything. I think I did pretty much all of your courses there. And yeah, as the years went on, obviously, looking at what you're doing, how you're doing it, the proven recipe, your honesty, it's always been there. It's followed me. It's supported me. It's actually proven itself quite successful, and I've been an avid student of yours ever since. So we look going on what's now probably about 17, 18 years that we've had a relationship. So as you said, I was in the UK. I actually flew to South Africa quite a few times to come and attend some of your courses in person. I'm a face-to-face guy, so I like to do things that way. And then obviously, after the property, we went on to, like you say, the mentorship programs, the more, what shall I say, the esoteric stuff. It's all in line with my belief systems and the way I do things. So I think we resonate on that level as well. So I followed all of that stuff, and it's all kind of made my life better, improved from where I was, as you always say, from where you are to where you want to be, and following that methodology and just looking at the world, the investment advice that is sometimes given by like your so-called experts, and also to the point, something that I was quite prevalent for me is my parents' situation, where they actually fell in, and the old way of investing in pensions and retirement funds. And I can look at my dad today, where he's actually struggling because of that. And I just promised myself that I will never be in that position. And thank you that I managed to actually find you. And that's why I will never be in that position. And my property portfolio has literally supported me in terms of developing my investment strategy further. Every time that I've been there, there's always takeouts. It's always good to listen to the feedback, the questions that people have, how they think. I think it adds as well. Sometimes you have a question which other people have as well, or maybe you get a perspective on something that you thought, this is how I think about things, and it worked for you in your life. But when you actually go into detail into something, you actually see, but okay, although it's working for me, I can make it better or improve it by maybe just applying 2 or 3 simple things. So yeah, definitely getting benefit out of that. Just in terms of those things, listening to you, listening to the questions, how you think, how other people think, it definitely adds. Hannes, I think if you don't have the right psychology, you will always fail. Psychology and mindset is the key. Making sure that you have control over your emotions, making sure that you know where you are going. And I like the analogy that you've always used in terms of being a pilot, where you don't just go straight. And you need to accept that in life, is that, the weather will push you in certain directions. But if you know where your compass is aiming and you know where you want to go, and you just keep the focus on that, and you keep the mental focus and the emotions to keep pointing you in that direction, you will get there in the end. You just need to make sure that you don't get sidetracked. Yeah, emotions and psychology is, I think, the most important thing in investing and life in general, because it keeps you on your true north. Yeah, just to go back. So when I was in the UK, I owned a Ferrari. It was always my dream, and I got to a point, and it was a couple of years before I actually came back to South Africa. I think at that point you had the challenge where we needed to prove ourselves to get our master qualifications, and I thought to myself, you know what? I have this car. I've proven to myself that I can have this car. If I want it, I can have it. But something that was more important to me is to actually, prove to myself, and also to be able to take that capital and reinvest it into something that can actually grow my financial future and put me in a position in the future where at some point, it doesn't matter. If I really wanted it, I can have it again. And yeah, I actually sold the car to take the money to invest it, and to actually prove that I can get that Master Fellow distinction from the University, Wealth Creators University, and I did that, and I actually achieved what I wanted to, and I've actually reinvested that money multiple times over. That Ferrari has given me pleasure, but it's given me more pleasure as my life has progressed, in terms of what the money has brought me in terms of investing and growing my financial future and my portfolio as well. Honest, I think maybe I want to go back to the psychology. For me, the psychology is more important. That's the key things. Mental strength, mental durability. For me, that's where I found the most use. Obviously, learning the peripherals that add to that. Obviously the wealth creator strategy, how to employ your capital or your surplus, how to work with that, how to I think the additionals in terms of the property, the start your businesses. The foundation for me was the mental and psychological side. I think if anything, if any student or prospective student can get to the bottom of and make the psychology and the mental side part of their life, they will probably achieve success. Obviously, the other tools help to get there quicker and faster, but for me, if I can recommend anything, that is the key principles that I've employed in my life to go from where I was to where I am now. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the next 17 years with you. And we'll see where we are then. Yes. Thank you, and thank you for everything that you do. You change so many lives. It's amazing, and I thank you for that.